Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is the UnlocX Gel Blaster from UnlocX. And this is my review of the blaster. Hopefully I can keep this one about 15 minutes long. So, in the package, you get the blaster itself, the stock, the barrel, the extended barrel, a bottle for hydrating your rounds, your gel balls, some safety goggles, the magazine, the ammunition put in a nice little Ziploc bag. You have the charger for the battery, which is actually in the handle currently. I'll need to take that out. Tools, which I now know what they're for, so you'll be seeing that in the overview. Well, I guess just assembling the blaster. Yeah. And then you have the operations manual. So that's what's in the package. On to the blaster overview, and then so on and so forth. All right, see you there. Blaster overview of the UnlocX Gel Blaster. The blaster actually comes in 3 parts. You have the barrel, which slides right off to show the inner barrel, and on the actual barrel itself you have a orange tip at the front on both the actual blaster itself and the included barrel, which I don't think it does anything for range, but I couldn't tell because my firing demo I used I used it on. On both sides of that, you have 2 rails. I don't know if you can use anything on them. I don't have anything to use them with. And same for the top of the blaster, you have another one of those rails, which, again, don't know if you can use them. And then on the back of the blaster, you have the stock, which slides off. When I'm holding it like this, I can do it a lot better. Like, just like that, you have a nice padded end, and on the blaster itself, you have the way it clips into it. There's actually a cap that goes onto this when you're not using the stock, but for the overview purposes, I have everything attached. To put that on, there is a tab on the top, which you push forward and then slide that down. And for the barrel, you just pull it off. And then to line it up, you line up this little rail with that and put it back on. On the main blaster itself again, you have the magazine release button. So you can push that in and pull out the magazine. So this is a nice, clear, orange magazine that can hold 700 rounds, which is a very high capacity. And I put that back in, just make sure the tab's up in the back and lines up with the little tube, and then you put it in. Then the magazine release should click back in place, and you're ready to go. On the other side, you have the selector switch. Right now it's on safety, but if you flip that down, oh, you can do semi-auto and full auto. I actually did not know there was a semi-auto function. See if I can get that again. Oh, doesn't seem to like that, so I think it's just safety. Yeah, it's just safety and full auto. So, never mind on that part. Don't break the blaster. The UnlocX Gel Blaster is pretty comfortable. Has a nice large grip and a butt stock when you have that stock on. Well, the end of it is plastic. It's not rubber, but it's still comfortable. Forms to your shoulder pretty good. It's a decent weight when you first get a hold of it, but as you play with it, you actually get used to it. And you have a nice grip on the barrel that you can hold on to. I usually end up putting my thumb up on this side though when I'm going to fire. The shouldering seems to be okay, but with no sight, you just have to kind of instinctively aim, which is fine. And the way it charges is, I think it's not USB-C. I forget what type of cable it is. But you can see on the side, there's a little tab that opens up to the where you charge it. There's actually, the battery is in the blaster itself, so you charge the full blaster and not a battery that goes into the blaster. There are ways to permanently attach the stock and barrel using a screw for both. On the barrel, you put a little screw in there. I'll show that in a minute. And for the stock, same thing, but down here, where if you take it off, there will be a screw that loops through there and goes into the nut on the other side, right there. Again, I'll show all of that in a minute. Other than that, we have a nice, it's a logo on both sides, kind of hard to see. But that should be it with the blaster. On to getting it ready to fire with the ammunition and everything else. Alright, here is how to permanently attach the barrel and stock to your blaster. Let's start with the stock. So all the tools are included with the blaster to actually put them in. So obviously the screws and some Allen wrenches to put them in. So first we want the big screw and big Allen wrench. I'll just take all of them out and put them off to the side. We'll want these two pieces. First thing you want to do is take off the stock cap by pushing that forward and sliding this down and off. Next, we'll want to put on the stock itself by sliding it up, placing it through there. You'll want to flip over the blaster to have it on this and put the screw in, and then screw it in until it's tight. And there we have the stock on. Now, since it's through the actual trigger, you can't take it off. And now for the barrel, what you'll want to do is slide it on these notches. So line up this piece with this piece right up here and slide it on, making sure that this small piece on the bottom is also lined up and sliding into here. Once that's on, push it in all the way and go to the top. You'll see this hole where the small screw will go in. It's a little hard at first. Sometimes you may need to push it in a little more. But I think I got it lined up. And then you want to take your small Allen wrench and screw that in until it's tight. And once that's in, the barrel cannot be pulled off. One extra tidbit is actually charging the blaster. You'll want to take the cable and plug it into a USB charger or box to plug into your wall. And there's this little tab here on the side of the blaster that you'll want to pull off, and that exposes the actual port to charge the blaster. And then you just plug it in with the cord plugged into the wall and it'll charge. I suggest just charging it or keep it on the charger while you're not using it, so it'll be charged when you are ready to use it. And that's how to actually build a blaster and charge the blaster. And now on to preparing the ammo. To prepare the ammunition for firing, the first thing you want to do is take the UnlocX bottle that comes with the blaster and fill it up with some lukewarm water. Once you do that, you want to take one of the bags and cut it open and pour the rounds into it. Once that's done, you let it grow for 4 hours, which is what I did. And after that, you want to drain it with something like a strainer. You can use something big or small like I have, or even use your fingers if you have to. After that, you want to put it into the magazine by lifting up the tab on the top of the magazine and hopefully while pouring them in, you don't make a mess like I did. So needless to say, I didn't get all 700 rounds in there. Once that's done, you're completely ready to fire, as long as you have the blaster charged. Onto the firing demo. I have my blaster fully charged and full with rounds, 700. Hopefully this isn't 10 minutes long, but we'll see. I'm just going to slam it on full auto. And I have my curtain out to catch the balls, and hopefully that chair there will catch the rounds, but I don't know. The balls are not going as everywhere as last time, but they're still going everywhere. Alright. I was fun while it lasted. Turns out I didn't have it fully charged. I accidentally only put it on for 2 seconds. But that's a good stress tester, I guess. Even when the battery wasn't fully charged, no matter what, it was powerful the entire way through until it couldn't shoot. And that's a great feature with the blaster. I was firing with everything on, and it did great. The accuracy, if you can look, you can kind of see where the curtain is wet, and that's where the balls hit. There's actually not much left in the magazine. That showed that it got most of the way through. That was a great firing test. Now on to my final thoughts. I was wrong on the last part of the firing demo. It just doesn't like to be held down for super long, and it actually started going again. But it did run through all the ammo, so that finally concludes the firing demo, and on to my final thoughts. Again, my conclusion and final thoughts, this blaster is great and really fun. Has a high capacity, fires fast, and is really comfortable to use. The weight caught me off guard at first, but once you start using it, it's really nice and fun. And the customizability is always appreciated with the stock and barrel. But again, you don't have to run any of those. You can just pull them off and customize to however you like. Although there aren't many customization options, it still works really well and looks really good. It reminds me of a Forerunner weapon in Halo Infinite. If you haven't played Halo Infinite, you should. The campaign is amazing. Anyways, getting a little off track. There's not much more I can say about it other than that it's a great blaster, and it will be on Indiegogo in 1 to 2 days. When that drops on Indiegogo, I will include a link, but for now I will include a link to their website. And if I had any other gripes with the blaster, I guess the loading the magazine is a little weird because of how the magazine release works. But that's about it. The design is great. It's very aesthetically pleasing. It has all the orange tips, unlike some other blasters. So it's safe to bring out in public because it doesn't look real either, which is very nice. Also, this will go in. I wish there were some attachments I could put on beyond the rails on the top and the side that may be coming in the future. But this is the conclusion to my review on the UnlocX Gel Blaster. I hope you liked the video. Links will be in the description below to the blaster and the Indiegogo page in 1 to 2 days. And I hope you have a good day.